Here we are in beautiful downtown Lansing. Behind us, the Capitol building. Our first segment on Sports Talk 60 of Down on the Farm. Tonight we'll be covering the Lugnuts, the affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Right, and first place, really doing well in this league. Playing against the San Diego Padres farm team, which is the Fort Wayne Tin Caps.
And of course in Michigan we have 4 minor league teams, one being West Michigan Whitecaps, which is affiliated with our own Detroit Tigers, and we have the Loons, who are associated with the Dodgers.
Right, the Tigers team not doing too good, in 10th place right now, but just like our Tigers, there's plenty of time. We're just a quarter and way into the season.
So it's a great place for today's fans to see tomorrow's players in Major League Baseball. Here we are at Cooley Law School Stadium, where the Lansing Lugnuts play. Behind us, the San Diego Padres affiliate team taking batting practice right now. Some former ex-big leaguers and Tigers are actually on this squad as coaches. We have Jock Jones and we have Willie Blair, one of the former pitchers for the Tigers.
Right, Jock Jones came over. He was an outfielder. We thought he was going to be our answer. It turned out not to be so well. He was let go, kind of like Brandon Inge not too long ago. Willie Blair, everybody remembers him from the 80s. His long blonde hair. You know, so hopefully we get to talk to them guys.
We'll see. Imagine if that hair is not blonde and long today. I would imagine over the 20-some year span, it might be a little bit gray. But you can see the field here, just like any major league ballpark, folks. The grass is green, the players dressed in baseball uniforms, and shortly the fans will be filled in the stands. For Sports Talk 60, we're at the Lansing Lugnuts home stadium. It's a special night here for the Lansing Lugnuts. They actually have the Michigan professional firefighters in the house tonight. They're going to be in cooperation with the Muscular Dystrophy Association. Over 42 neuromuscular diseases left to fight here. And the firefighters, since 1954, have been a big partnership with the Muscular Dystrophy, raising over $475 million for that cause. Alone last year, the firefighters in Michigan raised over $361,000 by doing the Fill the Boots on Michigan streets. So all the professional firefighters in Michigan, when you see them out there this summer, folks, they're doing the Fill the Boot. You know that dollar is going for a good cause to battle muscular dystrophy here. So tonight, the Lansing Lugnuts are going to honor the firefighters and muscular dystrophy. They're actually going to throw out the first pitch tonight, so it should be fun. We're going to have a lot of full-time firefighters in the house here tonight in Lansing to root on the Lugnuts. You know, looking at the ballpark, Kevin, it's not a cathedral like the Major League ballparks are. It's a more quaint atmosphere. You don't see a lot of outfield seats. Everybody has a close view to the action right here. But it's something that we all dream about as little kids one day of growing up to play ball.
Right. You know, you and I both played in high school. You know, this field was built in '96. Not a lot of, like you said, not a lot of seats. It's close and it's homey. This is fan-friendly, family-friendly. And this is what, like you said, you and I wanted to do. Everybody as a kid wants to play Major League Baseball, and this is a stepping stone.
And for guys like us that maybe didn't have all the full talent to be on a minor league baseball team to make it to the majors, we still get the thrill of playing in the men's senior baseball league on the 35 and over league, which is a competitive league.
Right, and you know, and we played on fields. Some of them are
gorgeous.
Fields are almost like this. Obviously, we don't have the stands in the stadium, but
or the fans,
or the fan. We get 4 or 5 guys, but you know what? It's just a lot of fun to still be playing.
But we still get that joy of hanging out with guys who enjoy baseball, hitting the little white thing around the infield, stealing bases, bunting signs, and all that stuff. Just like you're in the majors.
Right. You know, and we still love playing, and we talk to the guys that we play with, just like we talk to the guys that are playing here or at Comerica Park or wherever we go.
So although we enjoy covering all the professional sports of the Detroit Tigers and the big clubs, it's good to see the little clubs like this where the guys are just starting out, because who knows, in 6 years we may see one of these guys in Detroit Tiger uniform or a Cleveland Indians uniform or a Minnesota Twins or any other Major League ball uniform.
Right, and hopefully it is with the Tigers, not against us. You know, and like you said, there is a lot of good talent coming up nowadays. You know, it's not like before where you came out of high school and you went straight to the pros. You know, now you do usually usually right up in through the stepping stones. So
we should see a lot of good young kids tonight making their way up to the majors.
Right, and these guys, they play their butts off. They hustle. There's no walking, screwing around, running down to first. They're playing hard.
And they're probably riding the bus home.
most of us are.
Traveling by bus. There you go, from the Lansing Lugnuts field. Sports Talk 60.
With Xfinity, you can watch on-demand movies and shows online just like you do on your TV, anywhere you want. The world is your living room. Coaster. It's mahogany, so you know what I mean.
Take your TV to go. Watch on-demand movies and shows even from Showtime and HBO. Online, anywhere, anytime. It's your entertainment your way. Yours for no additional cost. Only with Xfinity. Get started at xfinitytv.com.
As you all know, Quest and CenturyLink have come together, and thankfully, they still offer the same old DSL speeds.
And?
To show our appreciation, I've taken the liberty of creating a new mascot. I present to you the CenturyLink Sloth. Half snail, half sloth. It's really slow.
What about Slail? It's got a nice ring to it, no?
We're going with Snoth.
Go faster than CenturyLink DSL with Xfinity Internet, only from Comcast.
The Midwest League, the A level of Major League Baseball for a lot of clubs. Right here we have the Lansing Lugnuts, obviously an affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays, and we know we have the West Michigan Westcaps, they're part of the Tigers.
Right, and this is the A League. This is where they start, working their way up. You get the A, AA, AAA. Starting here, these guys are 18, 19, 20 years old. The oldest guy on both teams, 25 years old.
Under 25, and their next step could be AA or AAA, in their hopes of one day making it to the majors. And a lot of these guys will probably never even make it.
Right, we've seen guys come up. We've seen Brent Cleveland go up from single A to AA to the majors just a few years ago.
A good example, Jacob Turner. AA last year, came up in the bigs, started a few games for the Tigers, but obviously he's still back down in the farms.
Right, and Lansing Lugnuts have 87 players in history of the team that have gone to the majors.
And a couple ex-Tigers.
Right, Chad Durbin. Let me look at my
Matt Trainer.
Yes, Clay Rapata.
Yeah, there you go. So a lot of Tigers started here in this organization for the Toronto Blue Jays. Always hiding behind the microphone, the radio announcer for the Lugnuts, Jesse. Kind of ask him a few questions if he had any tagline, or does anybody recognize him out in public just for the voice? And you got a couple stories for us.
Oh, man. The fun thing is you basically exist just as a voice. So I was walking out of the stadium one day, and a woman was passing by, and I said, "How's it going?" And she stopped, and she turned, and she looked at me, and she goes, "Oh, I thought you'd be taller." But suddenly she looked back and she goes, "This is good. I can tell my son short people can do good things too." Apparently I don't look as tall as my voice makes me out to be. And I apparently sound like I've got great facial hair too. There was another occasion I was sitting in a Subway restaurant just having a conversation with a friend, putting back a foot long, etc. And we're talking about who knows what, maybe baseball, and this guy walks past, double takes, stops, turns right back to the table and says, "Well, I didn't think you'd look like this, but it's nice to hear your voice in person." So as a radio guy, it's true, you just exist as a voice in the air, and you never truly measure up to everybody's expectations.
There you go. It's good to be young, not old like Kevin.
Jesse, you told us a story about the bathroom. Can you tell everybody in a clean way what exactly happened?
This was Montgomery, Alabama in the AA Southern League. The Biscuits were facing the Mobile Bay Bears, and the game was tied going to the bottom of the ninth inning. Mobile took the field. Montgomery was all set to win the game. All they needed was one run, and Mobile was missing a player. They could not find their pitcher. They had no clue where he had gotten off to. Turned out he'd given up the game-tying run in the eighth inning, and he'd slammed the door in frustration, and he'd inadvertently locked himself in the bathroom. He couldn't get out. He's slamming. He's punching the door. His teammates all came down. They started throwing themselves into the door. They couldn't get him out. Finally, they had to bring in a new pitcher. New pitcher lost the game in the 10th inning. Mobile got on the bus. Their guys still locked in the bathroom. They had to call up the fire department. Finally, two huge sales guys delivered flying shoulder blocks, knocked the bathroom door off its hinges, and that guy, red-faced, returned to his teammates.
You know, even hearing it again, it's still amusing. Just recently, we had the pleasure of hearing that the Lugnuts pulled a triple play. Can you explain tell us what happened?
It was the first triple play I'd ever seen in person, and same thing for a lot of the players. Runners were at first and second for the Dayton Dragons, and they were down not by too much. They were feeling a comeback. And with nobody out, they sent their second baseman up to try to drop down a bunt, and he couldn't get it down. He popped it straight up into the air. Our catcher nabbed it real quick, fired down to second. There was the second out, and the runner off first base was caught flat-footed. He waved a white flag. We threw to first, and it was over in 3 seconds. And everyone in the crowd, everyone on the field, just sort of looked around and said, I think that's 3. I think that's a triple play. We raced off the field as quick as can be. First one I'd ever seen in person.
Is that how it sounded while you were broadcasting it?
It just, a triple play takes off on you, because when I was broadcasting it, you first say, all right, pops up a bunt, caught by the catcher. Oh, he throws down to second. There's the second out. Hey, there's the guy off first base. It's good. And you just realize at the same time, everyone together, lightning strikes, and you know, in 3 seconds, you have a triple play.
And there you go, instant replay from Jesse, and a great story from Mobile, Alabama.
We're talking with one of the coaches for the Tin Caps, ex-major leaguer, former 2 stints with the Detroit Tigers, and a piece of Tiger history goes with Willie Blair, and you want to explain that?
I started the last home opener in Tiger Stadium.
And how did that feel?
It was awesome. It was a great honor, and a lot of great tradition in that stadium. And I was just glad to be a part of that.
Now, what do you remember about that game?
I remember, I think I went 8 innings, and I think I left the game, and it was either 0-0 or 1-1. I can't remember, but I pitched really well. So I think it was my first start of the year. I think we opened up on the road, and then that was the first game back in Detroit.
Yeah, you had 4 strikeouts that day, and we believe Brokel came in, I think, and relieved you.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
And now that was your second time with the Tigers. Your first time, 97?
It was 97. Ended up having the best year of my career there. I missed a month with a broken jaw. I got hit with a line drive by Julio Franco, and ended up missing. I think it was right at a month, and got hot when I came back, and I think I won 6 or 7 in a row. So I have a lot of great memories there.
Now, what do you say to all the young players here that you get to coach?
What do I say to them? Work hard, do what you're supposed to do, and hopefully you'll make the big league sometime.
I appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Okay.
There you go, Willie Blair, former Tiger, starting the opening day of the last season of Tiger Stadium.
So you really set up and support my devices?
Oh, yeah, we can do it anytime, online and over the phone, or if you want, in person.
Whoa.
I know, it's pretty cool. Plus, I set up your other devices to run on a secure wireless network.
Really? You're very good.
Introducing Xfinity Signature Support, your 24/7 personal tech help desk, offering home networking, PC tune-ups, virus removal, and more, all from one source. Visit xfinity.com/signature support.
Viewers, can you pause this on demand show so we can watch it upstairs?
Yeah, right. Like, that's even possible.
We can do it at my house, and we can watch DVR stuff on a new TV, too.
What are you, from the future?
No, she's from across the street. They have Xfinity from Comcast.
The future's across the street? Please tell me Pat Boone is still touring.
Who?
When you said goodbye, ain't that a shame? Forget the rest of the words.
You versus old phone wires can't handle what Xfinity can. Visit Xfinity Can to learn more.
Here are another segment of a favorite moment in sports history. Here we have the Lugnuts radio announcer, Jesse. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Nice complex?
Oh, it's beautiful, and especially with great weather.
And it's a great night for baseball. So we want to know one of your favorite things that you've covered in the media.
Oh, one of my favorite stories in all of baseball. We had the Kane County Cougars in town, the team representing the Kansas City Royals, and it was a thirsty Thursday, so we had a fan who was really getting on the left fielder out in the bleacher area, standing on the lawn. And around about the 4th, 5th inning, suddenly a guy approached that fan wearing the Kane County jersey, and he said, "Excuse me, sir, if you will get off our left fielder, he'll buy your beer for the entire rest of the evening." And he held out a couple of 20s to the fan, and the fan said, "All right, you got me." And he took care of that fan the entire rest of the night. And from that point on, the entire left field section was cheering for Kane County's left fielder.
Well, there you go. If you're going to find someone to cheer for, the guy's going to buy you the beer. Another good story here from Jesse, the radio announcer with the Lugnuts. Here at the Lugnuts, it's firefighter night here with muscular dystrophy. A lot of firefighters from across Michigan. We talked earlier about the Michigan firefighters and the international firefighters having a partnership with muscular dystrophy since 1954. Last year, our Michigan firefighters raised over $361,000 for muscular dystrophy. And with me right now, I have Monty Nye from Meridian Township, and he's actually the liaison between muscular dystrophy and our firefighters. Monty, how are you doing today?
Great, glad to be here. here.
Now, what can you tell us about the event?
Well, today we had over 100 firefighters from across the state come together to meet with muscular dystrophy families and patients and learn how to put on a safe and effective Fill the Boot fundraising campaign.
And like I said, over the 50-year partnership with the International Association of Firefighters, over $450 million that the firemen across the U.S. have raised.
Absolutely, it's great. And the thing with that is it takes just about that amount of money to bring a drug from the laboratory to a patient. So we've essentially raised enough money to bring one drug. So we're still at it. We're going to keep at it to raise more money.
Now this year we're going to obviously have a National Fill the Boot Day here in Michigan. When did we pick that day?
In Michigan, the designated day is the last full weekend in July, July 27th, 28th, and 29th.
So we'll see all the firefighters out there in the corner standing in their fire gear with the fire boot, drop some money in a boot, correct?
Absolutely. It's the only time you're going to hear a firefighter say they like change. We'll take all the change you got.
Now, do we have a goal this year for the Michigan professional firefighters to raise?
We're going to try to raise over $400,000 this year.
There you go, $400,000. So that's a challenge for all our Michigan firefighters who do a good job out here. So remember, folks, support all those firefighters when you go to the polls. And you can't get rid of these guys because they do a great job across the state and across the U.S. So from the Lugnut Stadium, it's Muscular Dystrophy Night with the firefighters. Sports Talk 60.
All right, we're here at Lugnut Stadium. It's MDA night. We got firefighters out in right field. Here we have Justin and Justin, fans from Flat Rock. Justin, with being a Detroit Tiger fan, what are you doing here at a Toronto Blue Jays game?
To support MDA and hang out with the firefighters.
Okay, and Justin, how about you?
I'm basically the same as Justin. I'm a Tigers fan too, so.
Okay, do you guys have any favorite fans here? Anybody or a favorite player?
I don't watch them.
No, not yet. You think you have a favorite player after tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who's your favorite Tiger then?
Justin Verlander.
Justin Verlander from Justin. How about you, Justin?
I'd have to say Andy Dixie, Austin Jackson.
Really? So no chance that he may be Justin Skeens or Justin Wilton? You're sure you're going to stay with Verlander?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We got two close fans from home down here in Lansing.
Here we are at the Lugnuts game. Obviously, it's MDA and Firefighters Night. We found a fan with the Detroit shirt, and as you know, the Lugnuts are a Toronto Blue Jay affiliate, so obviously we're Tiger fans.
Yes, we are. Yes.
Both of us, and what's your names?
Melissa. Miranda.
Okay, so you guys live in Lansing? You travel here to Lansing to watch a game?
Yep, we live in Lansing.
Yep. You guys see a lot of Lugnuts games?
Of course.
Okay.
Yep.
Any favorite players on the Lugnuts?
No, all of them. All of them with the tight butts.
Okay, now, tight butts. Now, how about Tigers now? Do we follow the Tigers?
Yes.
And do we have a favorite player?
Cabrera.
How do you like how the Tigers are doing so far this year, what their record indicates, maybe with the lineup they have? Do you think they should be a little bit better, or do you think they're about where they should be?
Well, they started off really good and then kind of went downhill, but I think we're going to come back, so we're excited to watch them. I agree with her.
Any predictions for the rest of the run for the Tigers?
I hope they win them all, but we'll see. Same.
Because, you know, Sparky always said you can always tell a team after 40 games. You remember Sparky?
No, we don't.
And they don't remember Sparky, but he was the manager like in the old days, you know, when like the guy over here was following baseball. And Sparky always said at the 40-game mark, you could tell how a team's going to do. So basically, we're almost at that 40-game mark, and you think, hey, we're going all the way?
I hope so. Yep.
Okay, any predictions tonight for the Lugnuts?
Well, let's hope they win.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, ladies, thank you.
Thank you.
Sports Talk 60. Now let's come to play.
All right, as you know, we're down at the Lansing Lugnuts game. Obviously, we're with some Wolverine fans. Obviously, it is go blue. Obviously, it is ladies' night. What are you doing here?
Yeah. I came for the strawberries and the champagne. I heard there's something about like cuticles. You get your nail treatment done too. Yeah.
All right, and you guys obviously from Lansing. Do you have a favorite player on the Lugnuts?
Definitely Miller.
Number
9, yeah.
How about you?
I like the pitcher. I love them all. Gotta love them all.
The pitcher, is there a certain pitcher or all of them?
All of them.
Okay.
She just has a thing for pitchers.
You guys have any favorite Tigers? You guys Tiger fans?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, Verlander.
He's off the team, isn't he?
Yeah, we traded him.
Yeah. Oh, Prince then.
Anybody besides Verlander?
Prince out of this. Rodriguez. Woo!
Pudge Rodriguez is long gone.
Conte's Brandon Inch is gone, and that's just the saving grace.
Fielder. Everybody likes Fielder. Fielder, yeah.
And this is the interview I get stuck with. All right, and these are our college people, our college girls from Michigan State. So, and guys. All right, back to you guys. Thanks.
Once again, we're back with Jesse, the radio announcer here for the Lugnuts. We're in one of the upgraded sections here of the ballpark, the clubhouse.
That's right. The clubhouse is the suite level lounge here. A couple of years back, they turned 6 suites into this area, and so it's available for any fan who wants to go enjoy the ballpark and a suite level experience. You have to buy your ticket 7 days or closer to the game in question. Aside from that, those tickets don't go on sale, but it's only $20 a piece. Terrific tickets just above the third base side dugout, and the experience is wonderful.
Yeah, it's almost like being in a suite. You have your waitress right here. You can have your beverages. You can have your food. You got a great view of the ballpark, and you have your own restroom. You couldn't ask for more. No crowds.
Oh no, you're treated like a VIP. There are TVs here. It's beautiful if the weather isn't nice, but if the weather's perfect, boy, you're hanging right above. Great perspective on the ball game.
Now, on an average night, these are filled?
These are packed, and they sell out in a hurry too. So you got to be ready.
What does it hold?
Boy.
Roughly?
20 seats? That's something I don't know off the top of my head, unfortunately.
Okay, but there's enough to accommodate a few to enjoy a good game up here.
Exactly. No. The folks come on in here, and there is room. There's room for everyone to be comfortable and have a good time in the Lugnuts game.
Well, there you go. You want to upgrade in a Lugnut game, you come up here, pay $20, you sit in a clubhouse. And I think Jesse told us earlier that even if you have like an $8 or $12 ticket, you can actually pay the difference, I believe, and get up to $20 and come in and enjoy the game.
Clubhouse. Lisa, how long have you been working here?
This is my 3rd season.
And what do you love about working up here?
Well, I like the customers, the atmosphere, and most of all, I get to catch some baseball when I'm slow. So.
You have a great view from up here. How often do you get to watch the game?
It depends. Usually not as much as I'd like to. Pretty busy for most nights of the week, but.
Can I get a drink? You got a lot of real comedians up here tonight. Are these? You get a lot of people that come in regularly, or?
Not so much. We have a lot of groups, work outings. There is a few regulars that will come up. We have our Thirsty Thursday specials up here, so they like to come up and get their cheap beers and sort of steer away from the college crowd. But.
And what are some of the specials you guys do have?
On Thursdays we have $2 Miller Lite and Labatt drafts, 16-ounce drafts. On Wednesday nights it's ladies' night. We offer $2 Cosmo specials, and that's for not just for the ladies. So, it's for everyone.
It's for everyone.
It's for everyone.
Well, there you go. There's some specials. Lisa, you always work up here?
I do, every game.
So any chance you get to come on up to Clubhouse and see Lisa? Thank you.
Thank you.
As you can see with minor league baseball, it's a fan-friendly environment. They're for the fans.
Right, and it's mostly for the family. You know, you got kids running around, having a great time, parents watching the game. It's very inexpensive, you know, great seats for a low price, and it's very affordable.
And out here, obviously, would be the family section. We have Big Lug's Lunchbox cafeteria over there. We have the big slide. We have the bouncy. We have the playground behind us, and we have an obstacle course, all for the kids. Picnic tables set out here. The fans can come out, sit on the picnic tables while the kids run around.
Right, you know, it's beautiful out here. A lot of room today, you know, not really full, but this is definitely where you can bring your family and have a lot of fun.
And right now, Big Lug has ran out to the field. It's Big Lug. He's just a big lug, folks. One of the funnest things here at the ballpark is the wave. The wave is the instrumental device that gets the home team ready to score runs. So we found the rowdiest section of fans out here in the outfield, and we're going to try to get them to do the wave.
The first baseman, number 7, Clark Murphy.
Go. Keep it going. We didn't say they're the smartest, folks. Keep it going. One of the attractions here at the Lugnut Field on Wednesdays is feather extensions in your hair by City Salon. It's a local place here in Lansing, right over here on North Cedar Street. We actually have the owner over here, and Kevin has volunteered to get a feather extension in his hair. We'll see what color Kevin picked. You know, it looks green and red.
I didn't volunteer. You said I get an extra.
Kevin, is it painful?
It's hurting like crazy.
I don't think it's really hurting crazy, but it looks sweet on him.
I can't wait to put a dress on again.
And actually, what's nice about this thing is you can actually, where Kevin's hair is thinning and you see his scalp, well, you can actually see the color of the hair feather, or the feather extension, real nice on his hair. If he could put 52 of these on, he would look like he had a big, full hair.
I do have a full head of hair. Who's been lying to me?
Everybody. Can you zoom in right on this? Are you close?
Not on my hair.
Now they're using needle-nose pliers that we just actually got a big fish out of the Grand River, and he swallowed a hook, so we use these same pliers on this fish. So now they have this same fish right here, and there's not too much blood, folks, but we can see right here. And now if I pull real tight, it looks pretty cute on him. Look, it looks good on him, folks, don't it? How about for the fans out here? Does it look good? Yeah, thanks. I think they all waved. There you go. City Salon, one of the attractions there on Wednesday nights at the Lugnuts. Come on down. Anybody, you can be male or female. You see that and you get a feather extension. Or you can visit them on Cedar Street.
Or you give them a choice.
Oh, now we get hairspray. With me, I have the owner, Heather. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
So this is something you guys do every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday, the Lugnuts have a home game, yes.
And this is free for all the fans to come in. All the women come in. They get their favorite feather extension?
Yes, all of our services are complimentary. And as the summer progresses, we'll offer more services.
Okay, like what? What are you going to do
hair
in the summer?
Tinsel, hair chalking, cool braids like fishbone braids, French braids, cool up styles for when it gets really hot out.
Okay, so and you just you took this new business over. I take it it's an existing business that you became the new owner.
Yes, at the end of January I took it over. Yes.
And you have how many employees?
I have 5, including myself.
Okay. Now, was there other rival salons trying to get this gig?
No, there actually wasn't. It fell right into my lap, and it was amazing.
So do you see like maybe some rival salons walk by where this gate is like that, and they just salivate to try to get in here and try to get your business away from the Lugnuts?
I hope not. I hope everybody's happy for each other.
Okay, so what's the funnest part of being here with the Lugnuts? Is it the fans? Is it the atmosphere?
It is. It's everything. Every time somebody gets excited about a feather, just the smallest thing makes our whole job worthwhile. So.
And the little kids probably love them?
They love it. The teenage girls really love it too.
Because we saw a couple of girls walking around, and I noticed one guy with like a red feather in his hair also walking around today. So that was pretty unique, folks. Yeah, it was. I saw this guy walk right by us. He had shades on, and he had this big red feather extension hanging right out.
Slicked back?
It was slicked back, yes.
Slicked back,
yes, and I could tell because he didn't have a lot of hair.
I know, and it was like really bright and slicked really back. Yeah.
So you're going to be here every Wednesday for the whole season?
Every Wednesday for the whole season, yes, we are.
So there you go. Since Sports Talk 60 is statewide in Michigan, if you're in this Lansing area, or you're just coming down from Grand Rapids or Mackinac or Mount Pleasant, and you want to check out a Lugnuts game, make sure you stop by and see Heather and the girls over here from City Salon and get your favorite extension. Hey, we hope you enjoyed today's episode of Sports Talk 60. It's our show dedicated to minor league baseball and sports fans. In Michigan, we have a bunch of minor league baseball teams. And right here with the Lansing Lugnuts, so we want to thank the Lugnuts and Jesse for having us here today. And we have Big Lug here. He's the mascot here. So come on down, support minor league baseball. These are the future stars of your favorite American and National League team of tomorrow. We'll see you next week on Sports Talk 60. Your Detroit Sports Connection. Hey, everybody at Sports Talk 60 like to wish Kevin happy birthday. So happy 43, Kevin.
Happy birthday, Kevin.
Sports Talk 60, Detroit Sports Connection.